Okay, so next episode, Ancestors in the Attic. Now, this is a Canadian-based show, and when I first decided to, well, not first decided, but when I decided to do this, when I was getting ready today, I was going through these just kind of make sure, like, okay, I do kind of know each show, even if I haven't necessarily watched it much. And this one, I was like, because of the logo, you can't even see what it says. And I was like, what show is this? And I asked my Discord, and luckily somebody was able to tell me Ancestors in the Attic. And I knew I recognized the name of it, looked it up, and I realized, for one, it was a show that I hadn't really seen much. It's Canadian based, so that's a big reason. So it just wasn't easily available to see. But I did recognize that I had seen clips of it because I remember thinking that the host sounded like an off-brand Rob Lowe. So if anyone's even seen the show, go and watch it. There's a Vimeo that you can see of it. I watched one. Is this it? Yeah, I watched it before. Like basically while I was getting ready today, like getting all this stuff ready for my dogs and making myself lunch and all that stuff. I was putting these videos on, just be like, okay, do I recognize it? And so here's Ancestors. So here's Ancestors in the Attic. And with Ancestors in the Attic, I have seen the clips, like I said, but I watched through the full episode, this one, and it was really good. It was, the way that I would put it, it was kind of a mixture of Finding Your Roots and Who Do You Think You Are, in the sense that with Finding Your Roots, it's you have a person learning about their ancestry, which, I mean, Who Do You Think You Are is too. Actually, I guess maybe it's not really as much Finding Your Roots. It's much more just Who Do You Think You Are. But Who Do You Think You Are is basically, the celebrity follows the trail. And so often they'll first talk to their family or, where they know. And then they go from there to then, well, what's the first place to go and talk? And they talk to some sort of specialist and so on and so forth. And with Ancestors in the Attic, that was kind of what happened with this episode, was that it was basically, he was trying to learn about his family history and would go to the different places to kind of learn about it. They would talk about what he knew, and then, the history connected to this stuff. So, like, yeah, here he is, like, talking to some guy who's like, okay, well, here, I've pulled these records for you, and here's what we can figure out. And so, follows the story. And this one was absolutely amazing. It's about this guy's grandfather who, his grandfather, who was a fighter pilot or flew planes in World War II, got shot down for 6 months and then popped back up, and they didn't know the story behind it. So he was going to the story. And so, this is really my only frame of reference. I do remember clips because I remember thinking, why does this guy sound like Rob Lowe? Is that Rob Lowe? And then it's like, you see the guy where this guy right here, this guy sounds like Rob Lowe. And it's like, no, that's not Rob Lowe. But he sounds just like him, in my opinion. So what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. So I thought it was really, really great. And I definitely want to watch more of it. I think it has a potential for S tier, but I would put it at A tier. It was definitely enjoyable.